All right, guys, so this is the moment that original basketball fans, I'm talking about from the 80s, have been waiting for. The classic Converse Weapon is back, sort of. Hey, what's good, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got something pretty interesting because Converse is back. Well, not back, they've never been gone, but they are back doing things that really promote or pay homage to their heritage. This being one of them, and this is the Converse Weapon CX, part of their new CX line, and we're gonna talk about it. So these guys right here are, I guess, what I was told like way back in the day, because like we were talking about, what was that one shoe, the Converse All-Star Pro BB? So there was the new low top version, right? And then they had the concepts version. That was like the second iteration. And in that press conference, all that stuff, there were some people in there and I was like, hey, are we ever gonna see the weapon again? And they were just kind of like, we got some stuff coming. So I took that as like, oh shit, we're gonna see the weapon. And then finally they emailed the press and all that stuff, and they were like, guys, we got some cool stuff coming, CX line, blah blah blah, all this stuff, this is what it is. And I saw a warped image of the weapon and I was like, oh, it's time. And then I got the package in, and I got this in before we even saw any images, and I pulled these out of the box. I was so stoked, and immediately, what happened? So yes, I am a little disappointed. I was expecting the actual weapon. This is not it. This is a reimagining lifestyle stuff for like a new generation, I suppose. Now, not all is lost, because these are comfortable, like I gotta say. I mean, there's 4 models in the line. So along with the Weapon CX, we have the Runstar Motion. We also have the Eon Active CX, as well as the Chuck Taylor All-Star CX. And the CX is actually referring to, you can kind of see it right there, that little orange dot, that little teeny tiny thing. And that refers to the new foam compound that they're using within these models to make them ultra comfortable, which is this thing right here. Okay, at first I thought it was all this chunk, but it's not, it's just this. So I do know that fashion is something that I clearly don't understand. I am very aware of this. This reminds me, do you remember back in the day? I want to say that this was my middle school era, so you might have been a little bit younger. Could have also been my very early high school years, but they had the Converse platform.
Yep.
So apparently platforms are back?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. It is what it is. I didn't ever think that I'd see the weapon converted into a platform shoe, and I don't think I was ready. I'm still not ready. I'm holding this right now, and I'm just kind of like holding the tears inside. And I'm not trying to offend anybody, I'm just keeping it honest. It's just, the weapon is so great. Like, you guys can't see this. Just to try to hype myself up for it, I'm wearing these Boston inspired, can they see that in the camera?
You're not in focus, but yeah.
Okay, but I got these Boston inspired basketball shorts from the good people over at 510 Co. And I put them on just to do this review, being like, maybe I'm gonna get excited and everything, because you know, Larry Legend wore these guys when he went up against another legend named Magic. Both wearing the same shoe, just different colors.
Is his name Irving?
Magic Johnson?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I heard it in a podcast today, and so I wanted to verify.
She's not a basketball fan, guys. Don't roast her, okay? Now, as far as what these guys actually offer, I'm gonna start from the top up, because that's the part that I like, okay? From the midsole up, this is all awesome. Like, this is the weapon, and this looks amazing. The materials on here, the leather, it's so nice, it's so supple, decently thick cuts. You got that classic Y bar. That was the support feature back in the day. Remember when we were doing the 85 cut Jordan? They had the little booklet and it depicted inside like what these panels were all about. That's what this was. And the Y bar was a support ankle collar with a little bit of extra mobility in there, and it's back and it looks great. Everything, the nylon tongue, the branding, all of it like that. It's fantastic. But then we get into the other stuff, and then I'm just kind of like, damn. And yes, I know I'm being over dramatic. As far as the midsole goes, though, I don't know what type of material this is. It just feels like EVA. I did take out the insole and put them on just to see if any comfort was coming from this chunk. It's a little bit. It's not anything crazy. With how thick it is, it should be more comfortable, but the bottom is broken up, so you can actually feel where it compresses, where there's the break in there of the rubber. So there's that. One of the things, though, that's stopping it from flexing is this giant ass thing right here. That's all rubber right there. So yeah, so I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna call it EVA just because that's the simple term. That's, you know, basically what it is. But most of the comfort though is coming from the CX foam insert, which is the little drop-in insole. Now, as far as the outsole goes, again, this is just like a reimagined version of things. I do like the way that it looks. It's nice and rugged, but again, it's not quite like the original. So there's that. I did ask after, you know, getting all of the information on these guys, whether or not these were gonna be coming back in regular form as a retro. And I'm sorry, they really don't have any plans for it. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what's going on over there. So yeah, so you know, there's pluses and minuses. Again, I'm not into fashion. I really don't know if this is cool or not, but I suppose just this is the way things are. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they do fit fairly true to size. Like most Converse though, they are a titch big. So if you did want a super snug, perfect one-to-one fit, maybe going down half a size would be a recommended option. However, when I put them on, true to size, they're my regular size 9. They fit fine. I do thank Converse for including me and for sending these out.
I will say, he was trying everything on, again, hyping himself up for the video, and he goes, do I look okay? Like, can I do this? And I was just like, yeah, they look like you. Granted, he was from the side, and that was his face immediately when I said that.
This looked like me, my ass.
It has the leathers, it has the chunk, and then he turned to face me, and I went, oh, that, not such a great look. But from the side profile, they looked fine on foot. And as far as your question about platforms, they're so in. Did you know that I learned last night, me and your daughter were hanging out,
okay,
and all of a sudden I went, ah!
Isn't she your daughter too?
Didn't I say our?
No.
Okay, I claim her as my own as well. She is mine. We have a birth story out there somewhere.
A couple of places.
Anyways, I'm scrolling through Instagram, I think, while we're hanging out, and she's just like, what? And I was just like, they make platform Crocs?
They do?
There are 2 styles.
Why?
I don't know.
There should be none.
So like there's the traditional Croc that's just like a little more chunky underneath, and then there's a full-on like flat base, like those sandals that I used to wear all the time when we started dating.
They're so gross, man. I forgot all about those. Those are nasty. They did such a great job recrafting this upper that I was just surprised that they were like, we don't have any plans to bring back the actual weapon. And I was just kind of like, then why did you do this? Could have just made any new shoe that you wanted and slapped that chevron logo on it and been like, hey, CX foam. And people would have been like, so why'd you do this, man? All I know is that there's a lot of us, and by us I mean like our direct viewers, that are very excited about a weapon, like the shoe. And just the thought of them possibly coming back, because they haven't come back in a long time. Why didn't this drop alongside the actual weapon? That way we would have had some options.
Because they want you to buy their new idea.
We don't want this. Nobody's gonna buy this just for the insole. Here, you can check it out. It is comfortable. The CX foam's legit. Feels like React, honestly, and for all I know, it could just be React renamed, because React is Lunar renamed, but whatever. All I know is that this is dope, super comfortable. The upper, dope, looks great, feels great, awesome. The tooling, what's that meme Chief called? He said this ain't it?
That's so like 20.
So are platforms, okay? So are platforms. If this is coming back, so is that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let us know what you think about these down below in the comment section. Maybe this is your jam. Maybe you see this and you're just like, bro, those are lit. And if that's you, I'm happy for you, man. I really am. But I just don't know what to say at this point. I'm just happy that you're here. Thank you if you made it this far. And until next time, guys, have a good one.